Hi, so we're going to be talking about our project, the Workers Hub. I'm Kapalan Sathir Mohan, and I'm a developer.
I'm Sahal Mohammed, and I'm also a developer.
I'm Oren Cruz, and I'm the customer.
I'm Harvey Cabrias, and I'm a developer.
I'm Ruchi, and I'm a developer.
I'm Andrea Cabral, and I'm a developer.
I'm Purvi Chawda, and I'm developer.
So, is there any ideas that you guys have?
Well, you should be notified of any events that happen within your workplace efficiently.
Mhm.
That's something you should be keeping up the task on.
Yeah.
And also should be a simple app for you guys to use so that it's not a struggle for your average user that doesn't know a lot about computers or like applications and such.
Mm-hmm.
It
So
should be a
I'll-
simple, easy app to use.
Even the layout is meant to be user friendly for the users to be using.
All right. So
The
okay.
user and the developer both will be working together, so there will be no difficulty in understanding the functionality of application.
Okay, could you?
So Ori, can you list like the features you're looking for?
Let's just say, like, for example, like there should be a section where it lists all the events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just want there should be like a home page, right? Like the first page I see when I look into this app, like the
Like,
It's like a thread.
the main events,
The
right?
main page.
Yeah, the main page.
So, do you want to have like a tutorial page, like kind of teach your employees how to use it,
Sorry, say it again.
like a welcome page?
Yeah, welcome page. Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
And
So, since it's a simple app, it's just a short description, right?
Yeah.
We don't need like
yeah, it doesn't have to be
welcome
too
page.
detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a quick reminder.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk to all your employees at once, or you want to talk like with each employee, like in private?
Yeah, I would like a feature like that because I could not. Maybe I'm not that person that talks to like a lot of employees. I
So-
can only talk to.
So you're
So-
looking like something like a feed where you can post something like news and
Like post news. No, I think that's not me. That's the manager who posts news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just an employee. But sure, like yeah, if I'm a manager, I guess there should be a feature I can post news. How about like looking at schedules? Like how would that work?
yes. So you need to know like your employees' schedule. Like everyone should be able to enter their schedules so you can make their availability so you can make a schedule.
Yeah, based on my availability, right? I could just tell them or tell my manager, like, hey, I can't work on these days at a certain time.
Okay.
And
got it.
how would
Also, I have a question for layout.
Mhm.
Do you, as a customer, prefer it to like have your what is it called, your availability as a string of words, or do you want it to display as a actual calendar? Well, actually,
calendar seems more helpful. Like it's more like understandable when you see it. Because if you just see words, like sure, yeah, it's just simple words,
Like
but
that.
calendar's more appealing, I would say.
Of course.
So yeah, I would go for the calendar.
So we also need to know what are the opening hours so we can create the table.
Or the
Open.
availability.
The opening hours. for the
So,
rest.
Oren, what's the time that your store opens and closes?
The working hours of the company or
Let's say it's McDonald's, right? Usually McDonald's. Well, actually, some McDonald's are like 24/7.
Does
But-
it is it different like for each day of the week, like weekdays and weekends?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
we
could be
should
different.
have. So we should have.
There should be like like it should be set to like different schedules on different days. Like there should
So
be a
you're
way
looking
that-
for something like where you can enter the opening and closing
Yeah,
hours, right?
yeah. There should be a feature like that.
Okay.
And does it keep track about your payroll, like anything, like the amount of money you make after working out hours in the workplace? Or that's just a personal thing? Can the application do that, or just
So that users will be able to view
Can you
repeat the
their
question?
payroll, to be able to have their
Oh, the
payroll displayed to
payroll?
them.
We can do something like you have the files, like the PDF files, and you can upload in your app. Since we are not able to generate the payroll, right?
so it's only the users of the app. So I had to do it, but
Yeah.
Yes. As a manager, the manager is supposed to be the one who is putting the
yeah, I think
whatever
that, I think that makes sense because we
rather than
developers,
generating. Yes.
developers don't really do that kind. It's mostly the company.
Because there might be a case like the employee does not actually come in this particular day, right? Because for some reason, and if it automatic generated it to the system, it might count. For example, if the user no, I mean employee, if the employee does not actually work for that hour, the system might auto-generated that the employee actually worked for it. So it is actually not a very good idea to put it as auto-generated thing.
So we just trust the users to do it for this kind.
The manager.
Yeah, basically magic. Okay, that makes sense.
So since we have like different types of users, should we create like a login and
Login, yeah. Login for managers and employees. This should be different
because they have like
because
different.
managers have like different features or maybe more features
Mhm.
for the application, while employees have their own features that's only suitable for them.
So I think we got like most of the features we're gonna develop. So let's discuss the priority of those.
I think we
Priorities?
talked about,
Do you have anything else to add?
I think now we have to talk about how to break down the iteration one and how we're all gonna like work together to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So for iteration one, there is the users can view events. The manager should be able to create the events, and like only he's allowed to delete events. User can get access to the menu icon, so someone's gonna have to build a menu icon, and also employees can share their availability.
Mhm.
So what that's going to be broken down into the user. So the events table has to be displayed, as well as we have to code for the back end that only if the user has their role set to manager, they are allowed to post content on it. Else, if they're just an employee, then they can view it, right? So there's going to be UI design, coding the Java backend of it, the hamburger icon. We can split that into two, but we'll see how many.
This is just for navigation, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah,
just for
yeah.
now between
just
the
a
apps.
link. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
so we're gonna have to build like the
is one
layout.
or two tasks.
Yeah.
So would
Um.
I have a question. Would employees be able to share their availability with other employees, or is it private?
I think that should be private because like if you want to share your availability,
Mm-hmm.
that mostly just goes to like the company. But if you want to give away a shift, then that would be through the chat system,
So it
where
only
you message a colleague.
so it's only available between each individual employee and the manager.
Yeah, because the system, what it's going to do is hold that to
Mhm.
create the schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
the
that-
manager, sorry.
Yeah, you can go.
So the manager can see employees' availability, but and
Okay,
the
there.
employee can see
Only their
There-
own.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he can see it, but he really doesn't need to because the schedule should be generated for him, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the basically the availability is going to come in as the for the queries that we're going to have to build for the iteration 2 generating to the schedules,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that part is going to take all the inputs, and then it's going to try to take their availability and try to find the best spot to put it in based on their the times that are available for working hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to limit the amount of hours each person gets, so there's an equal amount of hours distributed, right?
Yeah.
And then also, well, yeah, that's all we really need to do. So we can break it down into events, design, and then coding. For the coding part of the events, we just need to make a show table and update table if the manager has priority. So we can add, delete, or whatever. Just you need to have the role set to manager for him to do that. Right?
Yeah.
Hamburger icon, you can do it really depends on the person that's doing it. I think we could break it down into two events separately. Honestly, I don't know. Same thing with availability. I think availability is going to be hard. So we might need 2 or 3 people on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we still need to build the calendar, and then whatever they select the input, it has to take it in and keep that in the database that we already built, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to choose which task we want, right?
Yeah. We gotta put more. We gotta work in that.
We have to spend more
Yo.
time on the availability.
Okay, so well, let's break down what we're gonna do at the bottom. I'm scrolling down real quick. Okay. Add. Where's dot shot? Right here. So the first task we're gonna have to do the event page, where they're gonna have to do UI design, and then obviously we're gonna have to hard
Hard
code
code.
Yeah.
the different methods. Next main thing we're gonna have to do is the hamburger icon, where
Yeah.
it's gonna help with navigation. Like for nav, that's gonna be a little bit complicated, so you guys are gonna have to build multiple pages, just redirect to that. We can put that by ourselves.
This is the availability for this.
Okay, so fail. Sorry, I'm looking at the table. Availability. Fucking, my bad. I'm bad at spelling. So in here, we're going to be doing UI design with the calendar. That's going to be a little bit harder. Calendar. And hard code it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be we have to be able to take inputs and add it to the list. add to the database that we have, but we're going to build. And that's really all for iteration 1, right?
Mhm.
So I feel availability is actually going to be one of the harder tasks, since we're going to have to figure out how to put in a calendar, set it with the exact time for the 2 weeks, and let the employees add that in. So I think
So-
I'm going to hop on availability and help with the hard coding and the UI design.
Mhm.
I feel like I would join too for this section of the project.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think
we'll-
you guys
I'll,
gonna need help, so I'll join too.
Yeah.
So that's
It needs to be put a lot of work into it.
so I'm going to add my name, Oren, and Andrea.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
going to help you guys too.
Oh, okay. Harvey. So who wants? Ruchi wants to do the hamburger, I believe.
Yeah,
For Dolly?
hamburger I can.
Okay, so I'm going to say Dolly.
Name is Purvi actually.
Oh, right, my bad. P. So Purvi and Ruchi are going to be handling the hamburger icon.
Yeah,
Then
right.
there's the
Mhm.
I'll handle
event page.
the UI design for the event page, and
So yeah, I guess
I will try, and I will try to do the hard coding part, because it's not that hard.
yeah, and I'll help him with it.
Literally.
Okay, so Harvey, you can just work on the event page, and then
Sure.
me, Andrea, and Oren will really work on the availability page. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
that hard.
Mhm.
yeah, it should be 4 people doing this one section. Like it's hard, but it's not gonna be too hard.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Like with 4 people, it's a little too much.
Yeah,
And we're gonna be doing all this on Android Studio, in case we didn't
Yeah.
mention it.
that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, all this project's gonna be
Done on
all done in
An
Android.
Android application. Wait. So,
We just put Studio.
And
Via Android Studio.
oh, true. Android Studio. So it shouldn't be too hard for us for our first iteration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think the harder tasks will start to come in during second iteration and the third iteration and etc. Because
Catch
that's
up.
where we're gonna. That's where we're really gonna start working on the different methods that we're doing. Right.
Yeah.
All right.